A single candle flickers in a darkened room. Its feeble light dances on the wall, casting long, ominous shadows. A name is whispered, a drop of blood offered to the darkness. 22 times knuckles rap against the wooden door. The air grows heavy, anticipation thick with a fear that chills you to the bone. This is the prelude to the Midnight Game, a ritual whispered to exist on the fringes of reality, a terrifying gamble with an entity known only as the Midnight Man. The game's origins are shrouded in mystery, a chilling tapestry woven from whispers and shadows. Some say it originated as a pagan ritual, a test of courage or a punishment for those who dared to dabble in forbidden knowledge. Others believe it to be a doorway, a means of contacting something ancient and malevolent that lurks just beyond our perception. Whatever its true nature, the Midnight Game has haunted the imaginations of truth-seekers and thrill-seekers alike, a chilling reminder that some doors are best left unopened. The rules are simple, deceptively so. They offer a veneer of safety, a false sense of control in the face of the unknown. But make no mistake, the Midnight Game is not a game to be taken lightly. It is a dance with darkness, a gamble with the very fabric of reality, and the stakes are higher than you can possibly imagine. The origins of the Midnight Game are as murky as the shadows it inhabits. Whispers and legends intertwine, pointing towards a past shrouded in mystery and fear. Some scholars of the arcane believe the ritual to have roots in ancient pagan traditions, where darkness was not merely the absence of light, but a realm teeming with unseen forces. These rituals, they argue, were not games in the conventional sense, but desperate pleas for guidance, protection, or even power from entities dwelling in the veil between worlds. One theory links the Midnight Game to ancient Celtic festivals, particularly Samhain, the precursor to our modern Halloween. Samhain marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter, a time when the veil between the living and the dead was believed to be at its thinnest. It was a time for communing with spirits, for honoring the dead, and for seeking guidance from the other side. Could the Midnight Game be a distorted echo of these ancient practices, a corrupted remnant of a time when humans walked a different path, a path where the boundaries between our world and the realm of spirits were blurred and permeable? The use of candles, the offering of blood, the chanting of names, all these elements resonate with practices found in ancient cultures across the globe, hinting at a shared human fascination with the mysteries that lie beyond the veil of our perception. The ritual begins at the stroke of midnight, a time when the veil between the worlds is said to be at its thinnest. Alone in your darkened home, you stand before a wooden door, a single candle your only companion. You carefully inscribe your full name on a piece of paper, a tangible link to your identity, to your very essence. Pricking your finger, you let a single drop of blood fall onto the paper, a symbolic sacrifice, an invitation to the darkness. Then, you extinguish the candle, plunging yourself into absolute darkness. With a heart pounding against your ribs, you knock on the wooden door 22 times. Each knock is an invocation, a beckoning to the unseen. As the final knock fades into the silence, you feel a shift in the air, a palpable change in the atmosphere. Something is different, something is present. Terror, cold and sharp, claws its way up your throat. You strike a match, desperately trying to relight the candle, to push back the darkness that seems to be pressing in on all sides. But it's too late. The game has begun. The Midnight Man has accepted your invitation. He is here. He is here in the darkness with you. You are now his to torment until the clock strikes 3:33 a.m. Whispers travel through the dark corners of the internet, chilling tales of encounters with the Midnight Man. Some describe him as a tall, shadowy figure with piercing red eyes, a malevolent entity that feeds on fear and despair. Others speak of hallucinations, of vivid nightmares that bleed into reality, blurring the lines between what is real and what is imagined. There are stories of people driven to madness, of lives shattered by a single night of terror. One account tells of a group of teenagers who, emboldened by youthful bravado, decided to play the midnight game. They followed the rules meticulously, their laughter echoing in the silence of the night. But as the candle flickered out, their laughter died in their throats. The temperature plummeted, and a suffocating dread filled the air. One by one, the teenagers began to experience terrifying hallucinations. They saw their deepest fears manifest before their eyes. Their darkest secrets laid bare in the cold light of the moon. Only one of them managed to stay awake until 3:33 a.m., his sanity hanging by a thread. The others were never quite the same. Another story speaks of a young woman who, seeking answers about her missing brother, turned to the midnight game in desperation. She performed the ritual alone in her brother's abandoned apartment, hoping for a sign, a message from the other side. As the clock ticked past midnight, she felt a cold hand on her shoulder. Turning slowly, she came face to face with a shadowy figure that radiated an aura of pure evil. Terror choked her scream. She stumbled back, her eyes wide with fear, and fled the apartment, the chilling laughter of the midnight man echoing in her ears. Her brother was never found. Subscribe for more mysteries. Like if you've heard of the midnight game, drop a comment. Would you try it?